Hey there, Kiro here. Me and Nero Cloud. Yep. Hopefully I can finish the story today. I need to finish today, actually. How long until it's finished? Just a few hours away, right? Just a few... 9 hours. Yeah, I can do it. It's gonna be easy. Let's see... Where was it again? Oh yeah. No introductions. No updates, just straight to it. Time ticks slowly by, and Tony grows more and more anxious. Why aren't the commander and Santoresi here yet? I don't know how much this amount of ether will last. Oh, so it's not lethal. Okay. Do you think something happened to them? Chris' words interrupt Tony's uneasiness. He looks at the communicator in his hands and very nearly makes a call before finally deciding against it. I'm worried about them too. But we can't call them now. If they are hiding somewhere, it might end up being the death of them. Nice call, Tony. Nice call. Just wait a little bit longer and we will be there soon. But it's been so long. Be fucking patient, Chris, okay? Shh. There are sounds of movements from outside the door. Tony and Chris stop talking and nervously listen to them. The colonel told me to find... The colonel told me to find that interrogator who missed morning assembly. Man, is he still in there? He should be. A patrol brought a kid in this morning for questioning. But considering he went in there with a bottle of beer, my guess is he fell asleep after torturing the kid. Damn it. If he did fall asleep, we are all screwed. Oh boy, Tony, think fast, please think fast. The speaker knocks on the door. Sir, are you there? Tony holds Chris tightly. He remains silently, starting at the door to the room. Stay quiet, Chris. They'll leave once they are sure there's nobody here. Okay. Sir, the colonel's looking for you. Please come to his office with us. Oh shit. The banging on the door grows louder and louder, and more frantic. Sir, if you don't head over now, the colonel's going to get mad. Ooh, colonel's going to get mad. Ooh. There's no point, man. He's so drunk that there's no way he'll hear us. And if he really doesn't want to go, he'll just feign ignorance. It's not like you can do anything about it. Forget it, bro. Let's just go. Sorry. Pew, pew, pew. Disgusting drunk. Oh fuck. The person outside kicks the door in frustration before leaving, hard enough that the wallpaper beside the metal door is jarred loose. The man lying unconscious in the interrogation room is awoken by the sudden noise. His head is aching, his body is numb, and he can barely move his arms. Tony moves quickly and presses the cloth on the man's face against his nose and mouth. But the ether is almost completely gone and it has little effect. As the man's head clears, he begins to struggle. Their struggle knocks the chair and Tony's stool back over. He even manages to knock the communicator on Tony's arm loose. The dull thuds break the previous silence and draw the attention of the soldiers who had almost left. Fuck. Something's wrong in the interrogation room. Sir, are you in there? Step aside. Oh fuck. He takes them in the lock and fires, utterly destroying it. Crap, Chris, hide! Big Bro Tony! Shit. As Chris yells, the two soldiers burst in, pointing their guns at Tony, who's still struggling with the interrogator. And then, in the nick of time, a familiar face appears behind them. Commander! Just in time, baby! While the two soldiers are stunned by the sudden intrusion, they pop out from a blind spot in their vision and knock one of them out with a vicious strike onto his neck. As the soldier keels backwards, I kick him hard in the gut, sending him into his friends behind him and keeping him from bringing his weapon to bear. The other man is stunned briefly as the back of his head bounces off the ground. I punch him hard in the bridge of the nose 3 times, ensuring he won't be waking up anytime soon. Jesus Christ. Seeing as Tony is still engaged in his own struggle, I grab the bottle of champagne on the table and bring it down on the interrogator's head, sending him to dreamland. Forget sending them unconscious. I'm pretty sure the bottle just gave him a concussion. And he will die from internal bleeding. Commander, that was a pretty expensive bottle of champagne. I don't give a fuck, Tony. Still, thanks for the help, Commander. Can you move? I reach out to help Tony up. Just as Centauri C arrives. Commander, I've investigated as you asked. The soldiers. Did you deal with them, Commander? Yeah, looks like I haven't gotten rust yet. Wait, hold on. Am I actually live? Am I actually live or I just jumped the gun? Oh, I actually live. Okay. I saw in my phone, I got scared for a moment. Yeah, it looks like I haven't gotten rust yet. Where's Chris? Just as I say that, a little head pops out from under the table. Commander, Big C Centaurus, I'm here. Okay, kid, listen here. You need a certain beating, okay? You need to fucking learn to not just run off back to the battlefield just like that. Look at the fucking mess you just made. Centaurus pulls Chris over and quickly inspects his body. Fortunately, he's fine beyond the bruise from being bashed on the neck. That interrogator didn't do anything to you, did he? Does it hurt anywhere? The look on Centaurus' eyes is kind, and as Chris thinks about how he's caused so much trouble for everyone, the guilty overwhelms him and his eyes fill with tears. I'm sorry, everyone. You don't need to apologize now. This place isn't safe. Let's talk elsewhere. Yeah. Beside him, Tony quickly picks up his hairdressing implements. Centaurus, help me pick this stuff up. They are more precious than my life. I can't let them be lost here. Understood. The blonde girl nods and gets busy too. As she puts them back in their place, she notices the papers and pens on the table out of the corner of her eye. Oh my god, are we going to get another convenience in the story? Are those their plans of bombing the city? She was a kind and sympathetic girl, and she always treated me as part of the family, even going so far as to call me her big sister. She loved drawing. She would drag me to art exhibitions from a young age, where she would enjoy works from various artists. I like drawing too. Sounds like you and Vane would have become friends if you'd met. Commander, I would like to take these things with me, if it's possible. After much running and hiding, we finally make it back to the safe house outside the city. Oh, so they just go in and went back just easily like that? Okay, fine. That's cool. However, that's what puzzles me. We spotted the enemies pursuing us several times along the way, but the strange thing is that nobody intercepted us. Oh fuck, this is a trap. It's a fucking trap. Even the safe house miniature radar didn't pick up anything fishy. Commander, something's not right. Our escape went too well. Yeah, I think so too. There's no way the enemy didn't notice what happened in the interrogation room after so long. Santoresi indicates the radar image. There's no change in the enemy numbers of their patrol routes. Not only that, they didn't send any messages to their friends in the city either. If they didn't do anything, then the enemy is up to something. We can't relax while the situation is still unclear. Don't worry, Commander. I will keep an eye on the safe house's surroundings. If this location is exposed, we can relocate up the mountain ASAP. Yeah, we should focus on the more important things instead. Oh yes, about Chris' injuries. Let me take care of them. Come here, Chris. He nervously walks up to Santoresi. The uniformed maid has a keen look in her eyes and a stern look on her face as she raises her hand. Chris knows that his rashness puts everyone in danger. Yeah, damn right he did. And he closes his eyes and he awaits his punishment. But the slap he expects does not come. Fuck! Instead, the cool sensation of ointment being applied comes from his wound and soothes his pain. Vexes Santoresi? Good. There's no damage to the muscles or bones. It's just an ordinary bruise, so you should get better after applying the ointment. You're not going to punish me? She's not going to, but I will, kids. You little shit. You put in risk the entire operation. Why would I punish you? It's only natural for you to miss your father. Santoresi, you're way too kind. At least give him... what is it called? At least it screams at him a little bit. I found this in the interrogation room. I guess we went back to the city to retrieve it. Is that my father's medal? Don't you lose it? Don't you lose it, okay? Chris can't keep up his facade of strength anymore. He collapses into Santoresi's arms and whips into her chest. Dad. Tony moves up behind Chris and gently pats him on the back in a soothing way. Lieutenant Iska, greatest wish was to take you to see the patch of daisies when they bloomed. That was where he met your mother, and also where his happiness began. Since he entrusted you to me, then I will help make his wish of taking you to see the daisies come true. So don't run off by yourself again, okay? Okay. Jesus Christ. I cringe on myself. Oh my god. Okay. Chris, I have something for you. Centauresi takes the pen and papers she took from the camp and places it in his hands. What is this? You told me you liked drawing earlier, so I got this for you before we left the enemy camp. Centauresi dabs away the tears on Chris' face as she explains herself. Vane once told me that drawings can describe different feelings from words. If there's anything you want to tell the lieutenants, perhaps you could try putting it in picture form. Chris accepts the paper and recalls his father's face. Come on, give me a smile, my little Daisy. Sorry. Wrong voice. Come on, give me a smile, my little Daisy. Dad. Wait, now that I think about it, is Chris actually a girl? Because I think it's a little weird to call your son little Daisy. He wipes his tears away and reverts to the 10-year-old boy he used to be. Big Sis Centauresi, I want to show everyone the most beautiful thing in my heart. I'm looking forward to it, Chris. This was a quick one. Also, my reading is better than yesterday, is it not? I think it is. I'm very proud of myself. I'm not tripping so much over my words like yesterday. The door opens. Centauresi hands me a cup of warm water and some recently opened biscuits. Commander, your multiple consecutive all-nighters have taken their toll on your body. Please, take a break. Multiple all-nighters? How much longer have we been here? Thank you for your concern, Centauresi, but I'm fine. Oh yes, have Tony and Chris rested yet? I take the cup from her. Its warmth seems to alleviate my fatigue, and after the sleepiness is gone, I continue staring at the radar monitoring screen. Yes, Chris just fell asleep and Tony is with him now. You should get some rest too, Commander. A string wound too tight will snap. Something just bugs me though. Yeah, the enemies, it's weird that they are not pursuing us. Also, they made whoever the enemy commander is, they made an extra emphasis on capturing Chris alive to bring them back. So at this point, I'm pretty sure they're just using Chris to have a way to find us. I've checked our surroundings repeatedly as per your instructions. There are no enemy units nearby. Maybe I've been too on edge recently. I rub my temples and try to relax. Hopefully, all my worrying was for nothing. I will not be so sure, Commander. In that case, we should contact the defenders and report the current enemy movements to them. Any hesitation might mean danger. Understood. Once again, Centauresi helps me contact the defending forces. This is Public Search Channel 8766, a lighthouse pointing the way home for lost exiles in times of war. Leave the information of the mission missing person, and we will spread it over the channel for you. May you be reunited with your lovely ones soon. Please leave your message after the beep. The letters and wine for soldiers must be packed separately, because the letters might not necessarily find their recipients, but the wine will. Message received. Now transferring you to an assistant. Hello, Vane. Order acknowledged by Messenger Pigeon 36. I pushed the radar receiver away to avoid electronic interference. Greetings, Commander. Are things going well on your end? We managed to infiltrate the enemy base and have returned to the safe house. Our investigations revealed an unusual situation, which we need to report to HQ. Messenger Pigeon 36 copies. Beginning recording now. We discovered large quantities of shells and explosives in their armory. Recent enemy movements have been quite unusual. They are performing inspection and maintenance on their launchers and generally repairing them for operation. It is surmised that the enemy will conduct a large-scale missile strike on the city soon. Pigeon number 36 is silent for a moment. That's quicker than expected. It seems the enemy's patience has reached its limits. Commander, HQ has news for you too. Recently, the stalemate in the neighboring city was broken. The neighboring forces intend to conduct a sweeping advance to capitalize on their victory, and once they wipe out the enemy, they will be able to redeploy parts of their forces to support us. The increased tempo of enemy attacks on this city is largely due to the defeats they are suffering in the neighboring city. Right now, we need to preserve our forces and holdouts until we can meet up with our reinforcements. That was a lot of words. Okay. There are still some civilians in the city which haven't been evacuated yet. Can we guarantee their safety? We will inform the local forces to open shelter number 8 in the Western District. It has adequate food, water, and warm clothing, so providing for the civilians in the short term should not be a problem. Also, there are several guerrilla squads based near the shelter, so they will provide information about the shelter surroundings. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, Centauresi and I will give all the support we can. In addition, there is one more thing I need to share. On our way out, we were not pursued by the enemy. And there we go. The radar receiver beeps loudly, indicating that something is wrong. Anomalous concentration of moving contacts detected. Crap. Is your situation... Beep. Do you like my sound effects? The transmission suddenly cuts off. I'm picking up a strike on the number of enemy forces around the armory and the artillery emplacements. The enemy might be making a move soon. Centauresi, figure out a way to contact Defender Intelligence. Centauresi tries to adjust the frequency and restore communication multiple times as the shrill alarms go off, but her face is grim after repeated failures. It's no good. Even after changing frequencies, I still can't connect. Commander, it seems Messenger Pigeon's signal may have been intercepted. The disturbance awakens Tony, who hurries in from where he was resting next door. Oh, what's wrong, Commander? We are under fucking attack, Tony. What do you think is wrong? An explosion thunders out from afar, shaking the entire wooden shack. My heart sinks. The radio signal detector shows people gathering around the artillery emplacements, and I can see coils of black smoke rising from the city through the gaps in the boarded up windows. We miscalculated. Their target isn't the inner city region, but the Defender's intelligence center. The enemy found us. It wasn't that they didn't know what we were doing, but that they let us come back to bring in a bigger fish. They used us to pick up on the Defender's comm signal and walk into the hidden intelligence center. This is bad. We need to find some way to contact Vane. There are still a lot of Defenders inside the city. It's too late for that now. We need to save ourselves first. Let's get Chris and figure out a way to escape. Fuck. The next explosion hits much closer to our little safe house, and the violent impact nearly knocks me off my feet. Centauresi hurries over to help me up, but I shout at her instead. Go, now! The blonde girl bites her lip before picking up her rifle and dragging me outside. Tony turns around and emerges from the bedroom with a confused Chris in tow. After we rush out of the safe house, we look back. The flames from the city claw at the heavens as thick plumes of smoke reach into the sky. However, we don't have the time to worry about all this, because in the next moment, the sound of an explosion rings in my ear, and I reflexively move to shoot Chris and Centauresi with my body. Before I can reach them, the powerful shockwave sends me sprawling to the ground. My head hits the ground hard, and I almost pass out from the pain as blood blurs my vision. In the distance, I can vaguely make out armed soldiers rushing towards us. However, my condition is so bad that all I can make out is a vague blur. Commander! Get to the cover. I ignore my body's discomfort and haul everyone over the nearby ditch, hunkering down and watching every move our unwelcome guests make. Is this the place? Yeah, this is it. The signal from the intelligence center came from here. Man, just look at that crater. If there was anyone here, they would probably been blown to bits. That might not be the case. Remember that we are dealing with that commander here. You know about them, right? They were supposedly dead, but then they showed up on the battlefield again and snuck into the base like a ghost. The safe house is in ruins, and the fire left behind by the explosion is still burning. Capture squad troopers search the wreckage in pairs and trios to find any survivors. Why now of all times? This was clearly a planned attack. After our plan of rescue Chris was leaked, the enemy somehow learned we would contact the defenders from this safe house. After that, they had people intercept the Intel Center signal and use it to triangulate the Intel Center's exact location. But the mini radar said everything was fine. We shouldn't have been spotted by the enemy, so how did the information get out? Tony? No, wait. Oh my god, did Chris spell it out? No way. Tony recalls scary scenes from his struggle in the interrogation room. Apparently, something had been taken from him when he was grappling with the interrogator. The cold wind blows and his hand trembles. He finally realizes what went wrong. Oh no, the communicator you gave me is gone. God fucking damn it, Tony. I lost it. It was in the interrogation room. Did you lose it during that fight back then? I closed my eyes and sighed. Well, there's no point blaming each other now. We need to deal with the problem at hand. It's my fault. I did this to everyone. Tony trembles uncontrollably as regret floods his neurocloud. Chris pulls on his sleeve and tries to snap him out of it. The pink-haired doll looks down at the dirty hand tugging on him, and he is filled with mixed feelings. Before he can ponder the matter further, the members of the capture squad in the distance soon sense the disturbance over here and take our position with gunfire. I see bloodstains. They are headed that way, over there. In the ditch. They are in the ditch. Oh my god. Bullets rain down in the ditch and a heavy suppressive fire leaves us completely unable to move. Meanwhile, the enemy is drawing closer and closer. This is bad, Commander. We can't escape. You, Chris, and Tony should run together. Take this. Santoresi takes off her optical camouflage module and hands it to me. Her face is grim and determined. While I don't know how many of them I can take out, I will stay behind to cover your escape and buy you time to retreat. Santoresi. Don't worry, Commander. I will catch up with you after I deal with them. But if you stay behind, you'll die. It's alright. Even if they try to force their way into my neurocloud to mine it of information, I'll make sure I format myself before I crash. As long as Commander survives, we have a chance of winning this, and this city will have a future. You... Santoresi ignores Tony's words. Her expression is resolute. The way ahead is difficult, but I believe the commander can guide can guide you through it. I will be praying for you. She turns to me and executes a crisp salute. Take care, Commander, please. Santoresi has chosen for me, and given the circumstances, her decision is the right one. By doing so, she will save the most lives with the least sacrifice. The cruel calculus of warfare does not allow for the uncertainty and irrationality of emotions, only the simple arithmetic of loss versus gain. Although resentment churns in my heart, although my eyes burn, I grit my teeth and take the camouflage module from her. You take care too. Santoresi takes up her battle-scared G-36, always the reliable G-36, rushes out of the ditch and plunges headlong into the enemy. Run! I grab Chris and activate the camouflage, running through the smoky ruins as Tony trails behind me. As we put the ruins of the safe house behind us, the sounds of gunfire gradually fade from our ears. Santoresi. I open my hands and see that the thread of her fate is no longer in my hands, and the mistakes of the past are slowly erasing her from this world. Sometimes I forget this this is all happening inside Centaurus' neural cloud. It's not necessarily real, it's just a replay of her memories. What the? I'm taking water breaks between all these story stages. In the city square. The sound of gunfire fills the air as the intensity of the battle heats up. Centaurus takes cover behind a piece of rubble and tries to seize an opportunity, but the number of enemies nearby keeps rising and the situation becomes extremely difficult. The commander and the others are heading towards the outskirts. In order to keep everyone safe, I have to lure the enemy deeper into the city. However, if the enemy forces inside the city and the capture squads outside the city link up, there will be more people to encircle us. Is it really necessary to have the shooting be written down? Like, am I even supposed to read this? Pew! Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Bullets mercilessly sweep her position. Centaurus can only stick her head out for a moment to confirm her target's location before being forced back into cover. Not good. I can't return fire. There's got to be another way. The enemy had not expected their position to be such a tough customer. The enemy had not expected their opposition to be such a tough customer. A grenade is extracted, its safety pin is pulled, and it soars through the air and into Centaurus' hiding place. Oh no. Centaurus is forced to reposition to avoid it. She rushes behind another obstacle like a loose arrow. Upon seeing that this tactic is effective, the enemy starts lobbing grenades at her new hiding place. As if the same thing would work twice on a maid. Centaurus narrows her eyes and fires at a falling grenade. There is a click as the bullet grazes it and changes its path, resulting in the grenade landing at the enemy's feet. Jesus Christ. Hitting a grenade mid-air? God damn, girl. T-dolls surely are built differently. What the? Grenade! The explosion ignites the nearby trees, and soon the enemy's position is surrounded by a ring of fire. Everything is on fire. Get out of here. This is my chance. As the enemy flees in blind terror, Centaurus centers her sights on them and pulls the trigger without hesitation. Sorry, I can't voice act. That goddamn doll. The gunfire suddenly stops as Centaurus quickly changes magazines. Damn. What good are normal grenades against a steam can like that? The soldier takes out an EMP grenade he's been saving up for a long time and tosses it at Centaurus as she is distracted for a moment. Oh fuck. The intense surge of disruptive power instantly paralyzes Centaurus' body. She immediately begins seeing double. Her limbs are immobile, like they have been rusted for a long time. Damn it. EMP interference. Oh yeah, because she's a civilian doll. Civilian dolls are weak against EMP attacks. The girl tries to fire one last shot at her enemy, but her arms are powerless. Clack. Her rifle falls to the ground with a clatter as she collapses stiffly to the ground. The enemy soldier laughs cruelly as he approaches. He plants one foot on the barrel of her G-36 and presses the cold muzzle of his gun against Centaure's core, a smug smile on his face. Aren't you being all badass just now? Because a tin can is just a tin can after all. After the gunshot, the ruins are silent. Has it been turned to scrap? It's not moving anymore. Crackle. The old loudspeakers in the plaza suddenly emit a burst of static, and a shrill noise fills the air. Where's that noise coming from? Broadcast. When you left, the flowers wither. When you left, summer gave way to autumn. Those who ran to the battlefield, where do you rest now? As the electronic screech fades, a girl's gentle voice reaches into everyone's ears over the airwaves. The enemy soldiers eye their surroundings warily. Whether the world is lush in green, whether the world is a stark pale white, whether it is night or day, I will be waiting here for you to return. The last shot from the enemy soldier was just a little off its mark and merely severed some of the circuits near her core. Jesus Christ, fucking Christ, how much more luck does Centauresi have, man? Right now, Centauresi's core is trembling faintly, her eyes cloudy, while her eyes cloudy, while her auditory modules are still somehow functioning. She remembers this voice. It belongs to Messenger Pigeon 36. Vain. Oh, cruel butchers who have turned your guns upon the innocent, you shall be judged by a military tribunal when peace comes, and all shall reject you. Your descendants shall be ashamed of you, and never will they raise their heads again. Your souls are as rotten as stagnant water. The judge of hell will remember everything you have done to the people and pay it unto you twofold. Just as the voice is about to continue, someone kicks open the door to the broadcast room. For evildoers steeped in sin, their rage at having their veneer of civility suddenly ripped off from them is like a bursting dam. Damn it! So that's where the bitch was barking from. Give this bitch 2 in the back for her miserable head. The sound of the machine gun firing over the speakers overlaps with the gunshots in real life, pounding on Centauresi's core like frozen hailstones. Tremble in fear. All you have done is delayed your judgment, and peace will come at last. The voice over the broadcast is faint, but the iron in it is unbreakable. Shit, this bitch is holding something. It's a bomb, get! Boom. The gunshots, the broadcast, the explosion. All sound comes to a halt as the world fades to black and white. The crows roosting on the rubble are startled into flight by the explosion. In the instant they spread their wings, black feathers fall, landing on Centaurus' empty eyes. This is a contract from Universal Anything Services. Mother and father left me a sum of money, which I've used to purchase long-term maintenance services for you. After your return, ownership will remain in my name, but you don't need to continue to work. You are free to pursue what you want to do. I have enlisted and am going to go searching for mother and father. Do not follow me, racing. Don't come to the battlefield. This is my last command to you as your master. I'm sorry that I was unable to say this to you face to face. I didn't dare. I'm sorry. Please take care of yourself. Vem, Ni. Commander, on your right. I tossed the camo module to Tony and Chris, racing between hails of bullets and using the surrounding rubble as cover as I dashed toward a derelict ship. Oh my god. Derelict ship? Is that how it's pronounced? You're right, bastard. You're pretty fast, aren't ya? Let's see how you run with a bullet on your legs. Bullets ricochet off metal and sparks fly everywhere. The jeep's door is wide open and helps me deflect the heavy barrage coming my way. The soldier inside was shot between the eyes and has been dead for a long time. I take his assault rifle from him. I estimate the enemy's rough location by the sound they are making. They lean out, aim, and pull the trigger. My shot strikes home, and after some mournful wailing, more enemy soldiers approach the jeep, venting their frustration with a hail of gunfire. Tony, the optical camo, take Chris and run. One of the jeep's tires is burst by a gunshot, and the vehicle sinks. Chris is exposed to the enemy's eyes. Fuck. Oh no. I reflexively tackle Chris to the ground. Bullets pierce my body, filling it with pain and dragging my mind into darkness. Commander. Connection error. Access denied to memory domain. Ejecting consciousness carrier. Capsule door automatically opening. As I awake from the memory domain, I realize that the sky above me is not darkened by the smoke of war, and that Chris' panicked, sad face is nowhere in sight. The warm sunlight of the oasis pours down on me. The surrounding dolls are eyeing me nervously, declaring that it was all just a dream. I think that's a typo. I think it's supposed to be eyeing me. Professor, you're awake. I experimentally pressed my hand to my chest. The pain from my memories was incredibly clear, but now there's no gunshots there, or bloodstains. Oh yeah, this is the oasis. I look around blankly. Having grown used to the constant gunfire and hails of bullets in the city, the peaceful oasis feels more like a dream instead. Centaurus is still in her repair capsule. I look for deep sadness. A look of deep sadness on her face. The carrier memories were damaged and can't allow the contents of the dark zone. The consciousness connection has been broken. What happened, Professor? I think I was shot and killed in the memory. Being disconnected had nothing to do with your condition. In the memory domain, as long as Centauresis' will was intact, you wouldn't been disconnected even if you are shot full of holes. Jesus Christ, well, that's comforting. That's comforting. I suppose only you could say something so cruel to me with a smile on your face, Antonina. So you're saying the problem was on Centauresis' end? Yeah, I guess her body on NeuroCloud was severely damaged. I recall her determination when she was covering our retreats. Antonina, can you prepare me to go in again? Sure, but if you follow the course of the current memory, even if you go back into the dark zone, you end up at a dead end like before. Oh my god. Okay, I think I hicked up a little. Then, can you send me back earlier in the memory data? I would like to avoid this catastrophe. Let's go, baby. Steins Gates all over again. I can do that too. However, I can't deliver you to a precise moment, and I would advise you not to do this too often. You probably felt it, but intense combat inside the memory domain will have a major impact on your mental stability in the cloud server. I would advise you to take out an insurance policy from Rico that covers mental illness. At the very least, the Oasis will be able to claim a big payout if your mind ends up severely damaged. Don't worry, I'm not that weak. Antonina signs, but she doesn't say anything else. Half an hour later, all the necessary programs have been configured as needed, and she closes her computer before looking me in the eye. Preparations complete. We can return you to the memory domain anytime, Professor. Yeah. Just as I am about to close the capsule hatch behind me, the green-haired girl reaches out and hand to stop me. What I said about the insurance thing just now wasn't a joke. I won't try to stop you, but there is a worried look on her usually cool and impassive face. Yes, I know. I know what I'm doing is rash and dangerous. In that case, I shake my head to keep Antonina from speaking. Then I turn to look at Centauresi, who is grimacing while in the vice-like grip of her nightmares. I told you, protecting you all is my responsibility. Even if it's nothing more than an abstract fantasy, I want to use my efforts to turn it into a sweet dream. You are a silver-tongued idiot. Come back safely, Professor. She lets go of the hatch and it closes with a click. The oppressive light fades and I once again in the darkness. NeuroCloud simulation system activated, now generating simulated memory domain. Loading consciousness career median. Consciousness upload at 45%. Countless memories will play in my mind, from the alley where I first came to the city, to the meeting Tony in the saloon, and Lieutenant Iska's death. Deep, complex thoughts and various possibilities interweave, and amidst the anticipation and uneasiness. 99%, 100%, consciousness career loading complete. The final scene appears before me. during the way back after rescuing Chris. Oh, so you're back to before the bombardment. Okay. Alright. After rescuing Chris, the group moved swiftly toward the safe house outside the city, planning to contact the defenders with the information obtained in the enemy camp. I have to say, I'm pretty envious of military dolls. I never expected you to be able to jump over such a high wall. Not only did you not attract the sentry's attention, you didn't even raise any alarms inside the camp. Looks like the infiltration went very well. We mustn't be careless. Keep an eye on your surroundings. The enemy might catch up soon. Commander, there are many routes leading to the safe house. After preliminary surveillance, the two most ideal paths are... Commander? Commander, are you alright? My consciousness loading is delayed by a moment as I reconnect to the scene. And after it takes me a moment to figure out what's happening. Commander, are you feeling tired? Please get some rest when we return to the safe house. I'm fine, Santoresi. Please, repeat your tactical assessment from just now. Certainly. There are two routes we can take back to the safe house. The first was the path we took here, which is short. The other route is longer, but better hidden, and it passes through the forest. Which do you think is superior? No, we won't be taking either of those routes. What do you mean by that, Commander? We can't return to the safe house just yet without figuring out what's going on. You have noticed too, right, Santoresi? It's been so long since we escaped the camp, but nobody is pursuing us. I think of how panicked Tony was before I disconnected. A venture of question, and venture a question. Tony, can I have my communicator back? Alright, hang it. Tony raises his hand, but the communicator that was supposed to be on his wrist is gone. He frantically fills up and down his pockets, but nothing turns up. That's strange, but how? Big bro Tony, what happened? The communicator. The communicator's gone. I knew it. Tony looks frantically as he recalls the various encounters he had when entering the camp. The communicator was still there then. He didn't remove it when giving people haircuts, but when he entered the interrogation room. The interrogation room. It was when I was fighting with the interrogator. He knocked it off me. Oh no. It's in the interrogation room. This is bad. If the communicator is in enemy's hands, they can make a transmission at any time to triangulate the location of other friendlies. That's probably why they aren't pursuing us. To the enemy, we are like baits on a hook. If they want, they can reel us in at any time. I will destroy my own communicator now. I shake my head and stop her. No. If you destroy your communicator, the enemy will know we are onto them. Then they will just send their forces in to close the net, and that will be the end of us. What they want is to monitor us and find the location of the safe house. Then they will intercept our comms when we are contacting the defending troops, allowing them to learn the location of all the defenders' safe houses, and get them all in one fell swoop. But But we need to inform the defenders of the enemy's movements ASAP. If we are too late, they will attack the city. The defenders will be in a dangerous position if they won't be able to hold out. Then it seems the only way to overcome this fait accompli is with a feint. Feint? Commander, do you mean... Let's find a civilian radio station and bring the communicator over, and we will use the civilian equipment to send a fake message on the public channel. You, Tony, and Chris will head back to the safe house and wait for me to send the codes before making your move. This way, the enemy will think I'm broadcasting from the safe house. While they are preparing to intercept the signal, contact the defenders immediately and report the situation. But that will leave you exposed. I cannot allow you to take the risk, Commander. Please allow me to do it. No. You stay. Tony and Chris can't fight. They need your protection more than I do. Santoresi, are there any civilian radio stations around here? I know where to find one. Tony cuts into our conversation. There is an old radio station in the city square. They call it the station, Commander. I can take the communicator to the station and send a message for you. Tony, you aren't equipped with combat modules. I don't want you to... This is not the time to be talking about this. It's only after his sudden outburst that Tony realizes his mistake and quickly hides his emotions behind a veneer of calm. Though his tone does a bad job of disguising his inner dejection. Commander, I want to do something to make up for losing the communicator. I've been running away all this time, using my identity as a civilian doll to push my choices and responsibilities onto someone else. He slowly takes a blood-stained watch out of his pocket and stares at the scars on it. I thought that would be enough to remove me from the war, but by the time I realized it, I had lost the things that I cherished. Over and over again. I don't want to go through anything like that again, Commander. Tony's expression is stern, and his usual cheerfulness is gone. Understood, Tony. I will leave the task of heading to the radio station to you. However, the enemy will notice you very quickly once you send the fake codes, so you must get out of there before the attack comes. Will do, Commander. I'll get it done. Big bro Tony. Tony smiles and crouches down before pressing the watch he's holding into Chris' hands. This is the watch your father got for 10 years of service. Hold on to it now. Don't lose it. But didn't Dad give this to you? I can't take this. Then you can hold on to it for me. Give it back to me when I return, okay? Okay. I'm going to hold you to that promise, big bro Tony. Make sure you come back. I still need to show you the drawing I made. Looks like your hair grew a little long. I will help you style it up when I get back. He ruffles Chris' head and then turns to me. Commander, they say that people with stiff hair are stern and unyielding, but you're surprisingly soft-hearted. Although your hair is getting a little long too, if I get the chance to meet you again, when the world is at peace, perhaps I could help create a suitable look for you. I'm looking forward to that. Tony doesn't say anything else. He turns and walks into the blizzard without looking back. It is early in the morning and fog hangs heavily in the town square. The enemy troops have already retreated in advance of the upcoming shelling, and they are waiting to be redeployed. The once noisy square is now silent. This is exactly what Tony wants to see. With the sentries and patrols all but gone, he arrives at the station without so much as breaking a sweat. Window. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm fine. It was just a little scare. Okay. Tony heaves a brick through the glass window in the door and reaches inside to unlock it. The winds of war have blown into this station that once stood for love and hope, bringing with them dust particles they are reluctant to leave. Man, all this stuff is so old. I wonder if it can still be used. Tony blows away the dust on the equipment and begins searching for the frequency, the way Santoresi taught him. The station's radio set is simpler than a military-issue encoded radio set, and with prior training, even he can perform the simple operation. Change to the public channel. Enter the message you want to send. Tony hands a move quickly. He knows that their hopes fade with every moment that passes. A disaster will soon descend from the sky, and the Green Reaper will once again yield his stifle. As the electronic tone fades away, the transmission successful message appears on the screen. Commander, Tony's fake info has been made it to the public channel. Contact Messenger Pigeon now. Yes, Commander. We've already tuned our set beforehand, and the moment we receive confirmation that Tony sent his info, we immediately contact the defenders. Order acknowledged by Messenger Pigeon 36. Greetings, Commander. This is urgent, so I will make it quick. In 2 days' time, the enemy will begin shelling the city. Relocate defender personnel to nearby shelters ASAP. I repeat. Oh my god, that was way quickly. Outside the window, missiles fly past at high speed. Their rumbling high, hinting at impending doom. All of us know what this implies. Tony. As the air raid sirens echo through the air, Tony senses something is wrong and makes to leave, but he's too slow. The missiles strike their targets, ripping the radio tower to pieces. The ground shakes, vast chunks of debris fall, and the debris instantly pins Tony to the ground. Ooh, my god. Didn't think they would be so quick. As Tony struggles to clear the debris off him, a black gun muzzle presses against the back of his head. Freeze. Hey, Aren't you that pink-haired pretty boy from just now? Before Tony can react, the interrogator directs a series of furious kicks at him to vent his anger. All he can do is curl up and try not to let himself get hurt any further. It's all your fault. I went through so much shit because of you. System. Warning. Chassis damage levels at 63%. Chassis is experiencing sustained hyperthermia. Neural cloud module has been damaged. The vicious-looking man has tired himself out by kicking Tony. He grabs the latter's head, clearly enjoying the look of misery on the luckless doll's face. Still, the little gift of yours was most welcome. The familiar sight of the communicator flickers through Tony's blurred vision. You see that? You left that behind. We made sure to program our missiles to come in on the signal just so we could blow them up ASAP. Looks like it worked well. With this, catching all your friends will simply be a matter of time. I can't wait to have them in my interrogation room. Oh yeah, I also learned something else. Remember that kid of Iska's we caught? What was his name? Chris. Ah, that's right, his name was Chris, that punk. Tony can no longer make out what the interrogator is saying. With his neural cloud as badly damaged as it is, just staying cautious is all he can do. Are you okay, Tony? Lieutenant Iska? I'm sorry. I got you caught up in all of this, Tony. Just look at what's become of you. Looks like my memory module is starting to throw up errors. I didn't expect the last thing I saw before I crashed to be you. What are you muttering about? No, it's nothing. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep the promise I made to you. Hey. Lieutenant Iska cuts Tony off and reaches out to pat his head. What the hell? You're messing up my hair. You've done well, Tony. The commander is a trustworthy person. Leave the rest to them. Yeah. You don't have much time left, Tony. Thank you for your hard work. Now, go get some rest. He doesn't say anything else, only extends his hand to Tony in invitation. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Iska, I don't want to betray the commander's trust. I can't go with you while the mission isn't complete. The lieutenant before him smiles slowly, as though he already knows this answer was coming, and he salutes Tony. It's only been a while since we last saw each other. But damn if you haven't changed. All the best, soldier. What? Is that it? There's no fun in torturing you tin cans when you can't even scream in pain. He kicks Tony a few times, but Tony does not react. Then, he decides to leave and seek more amusing prey. Suddenly, something grabs his pants leg. it is a ruin of a hand with exposed cabling everywhere. These were once Tony the hairdresser's pride and joy. Are you going to stick to me until the end? Just as the interrogator tries to struggle free, the lump of ruined metal before him suddenly exerts itself, and its weighty frame crashes heavily to the ground. Before the interrogator can respond, Tony has already taken back what belongs to him and pressed the button on it. Sorry. No. The ruthless missiles come crashing down again. Oh yeah, because the missiles are programmed to launch once they capture a signal coming from the communicator. Oh man. Good thinking, Tony. Good thinking. The ruthless missiles come crashing down again. This time they accomplish their mission. Smoke and dust fill the air. The radio station collapses with a crash, while smoke and firelight rise above the city's skyline. He is buried under the cold debris. That way, the defenders manage to retreat unscathed thanks to the timely warning. The after-action report from HQ bears only one sentence: no casualties sustained. Oh, Tony, respect. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see. The first rays of spring melt the several days of snow that has built up, revealing the devastation left behind after the bombardment. Outside the safe house, Chris' eyes are fixed on the little road we took to get here, awaiting the return of the person who made a promise with him. Someone has put a blanket on his shoulders without him noticing, and it now has snowflakes on it. Pixies Santoresi. You are too lightly dressed, Chris. Take care that you don't catch a cold. Have you heard of Big Bro Tony yet? The commander's still looking for him. They are worried about you too, so they asked me to come look after you. She doesn't say anything else, just holds his hands that are so cold they have turned red, and sits with him on the ground. Your hands are warm, Big Sis Santoresi. Someone told me that before. What was that, Big Sis Vane? Yeah. There is a look of longing on Santoresi's face as she looks into the snowy sky not far off. Like I said before, Vane's parents were soldiers, just like your father. Just before they came home, they would always sit outside alone and wait for them. Just before they came home, she would always sit outside alone and wait for them, just like you. No matter what their season or weather was outside, or whether it was night or day, she would sit there and not move until they came back safely. I think I understand now, Big Sis Vane, how Big Sis Vane felt. Big Sis Santoresi, did you sit with Big Sis Vane like this? Oh, yes. It was my duty as a maid and my desire as her sister. She falls silent for a while, thinking about how to convey the cruelty of war to Chris. Chris, Tony, I know, Big Sis Santoresi. I know. But then there's no way to keep the promise I made with Big Bro Tony. Chris stands up and takes off the hat he has been wearing all this time. The bro braid curled up in it falls free. And Chris, stop hiding the truth from us. It's a girl, isn't it? I'm sorry for keeping this from you, but I actually a girl. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I can recognize someone by their smell. I can smell someone's chromosomes. I can identify it. I'm an expert gender identifier. You cannot trick me. Some poor disguise, some weak disguise like that cannot oh my god. It cannot trick me. The commander and I knew since long ago. Damn right we knew. Did Lieutenant Iska ask you to do that? Yeah, that said it would keep me safe. It seems as though she made up her mind because the hand she's holding her hat in begins to tremble. Big Sis Santoresi, I have a request. Could you trim my hair for me? Tony's tools are packed carefully in a corner of the safe house, the same way he left them. They are fancy, but easy to use, and even an amateur like Santoresi can quickly grasp how to work them. Snip. The falling locks of Chris' hair land on her sketchbook. Wait, hold on. I have some sound effects to make. How about this? Can you hear this? Yes, sound effect. At least I hope we can. Otherwise I just brought this scissor with me for nothing. It's not your fault, Big Sis Santoresi. I was the one who said it I wanted to draw while getting my hair cut. After all, that was the promise I made with Big Bro Tony. Chris gently blows away the strands of hair on the sketchbook and continues working hard on her creation. Chris, I want you to listen well. The commander said I will be carrying out a very dangerous mission after this. For your safety, we will be sending you out of the city. Santoresi feels an ache in her core. This isn't the truth, but rather a white lie that she and the commander decided on after much discussion. We just received news that the situation in the neighboring city has turned around and they are going on the offensive. HQ is transferring some of our forces from the neighboring city to support us inside the city. Since all highways are blocked off, the reinforcements will have to detour through the mountain paths to enter the city. But those paths are within spitting distance of the enemy's camp's watchtowers. HQ wants the commander to lead a squad to infiltrate the enemy camp again, disable their communications and monitoring systems, and destroy their armory so the enemy will not have the freedom to worry about their surroundings. During the confusion, the defenders will launch a pincer attack on the enemy camp with the reinforcements from outside. After attacking the enemy camp, this unit will once again enter the city and work with the defenders to completely eliminate the enemy troops within the city. So the key to this operation lies in our coordination with these two forces. Centauresi and I are hugely outnumbered. If something goes wrong with the operation, we'll need to inform them so they can change plans. But we can only communicate with the defenders through the encrypted radio in the safe house. That implies one of us will have to stay behind to relay news between the defenders and the reinforcements. Currently, our squad is very low on manpower. I will try to arrange something and contact you once the time comes. Alright, we will be awaiting news from you then. This mission codename is Operation Carrier Pigeon. I believe the fledglings will be able to spread their wings and fly through the clear sky soon. Oh my god, everyone's trying to be Nemesis. It's crazy. Even though the situation is urgent, we have limited manpower. Both the commander and I made Chris' safety our top priority. Since there's nobody to protect Chris, evacuating her from the battlefield is the best option. Operation Carrier Pigeon? Chris, how did you learn that name? I'm sorry. I heard you during our transmission just now. Pixie Centauresi, I'm willing to take part in the Operation Carrier Pigeon. Dad taught me about this sort of thing, so don't worry. I'll make sure I contact the reinforcements and get your messages through to them in time. Centauresi slowly shakes her head. You're just a child. You should leave such dangerous things to me and the commander. Don't follow us, Chris. Don't come to the... Centauresi freezes up as she realizes what she is saying. She is rejecting Chris the same way Vane did in her letter so long ago. And the hurt look on Chris' face is the same as the one on her own when she received the letter. Big Sis Centauresi. I'm not a kid anymore. I want to become a messenger pigeon who can protect everyone with my wings. I want to make sure the contents of this picture come true. I want to show everyone the hillsides full of blooming daisies. Please, Big Sis. Chris shows Centauresi the picture she is holding. It's childish, perhaps even a little crude, but filled with the tenacity of life that can cut through the gloomy, oppressive smoke. Centauresi feels a ripple of turbulence in her neural cloud. She bites back the pain in her memory module and asks the questions she never dared to ask all those years ago. Even though you have a chance to leave the battlefield far away, to live in peace, why are you choosing to fight? The smile on Chris' face is as bright as daisies blooming in spring. Because I want to protect everyone and keep the people I cherish from being hurt. That's the dream that I, as well as my dad and my mom, want to fulfill. Click. With that, the image of the short-haired girl overlaps with the girl from her memories. Racy, did you know? In the language of flowers, daisies mean strength, happiness, and peace. So here's one for you. Ugh, I cringe at my own voice acting. Racy, can you help trim my hair? I want to look cool and efficient just like you. Racy, the war's begun. Mother and father have both gone to the battlefield. Racy, that child's parents aren't coming back. I don't want to let this tragedy repeat itself. Racy, I have enlisted. I'm going to go searching for mother and father. Do not follow me, Racy. Don't come to the battlefield. This is my last command to you as your master. Centauresi closes her eyes, and the long years of not knowing why Vane had done what she did melt like winter snow, leaving only a girl with a fire in her heart before her. And she realizes this. As she realizes this, she tenderly embraces the little dove before her. Big Sis Centauresi? In the past, I didn't understand why Vane chose to do what she did, but now, I think I've gotten a little closer to her now. Which is why I won't stop you, Chris. Looks like you made up your mind. Commander? Centauresi quickly wipes away the tears in her eyes and stands at attention in front of me. I heard everything you said just now. Centauresi, give Chris the optical camouflage unit and radar. Commander, are you sure? If you do this, you'll be completely exposed once we enter the enemy camp. I look at her panic-faced and smile. I'll be fine. I trust your judgment, Centauresi. Also, I don't want to disappoint the lieutenants either. Chris, once Centauresi and I create the distraction, contact our reinforcements and have them coordinate a counterattack with us. If you find that the situation has changed, tell them to stop everything and then evacuate immediately. Remember, there is no order worth more than your life. Yes, Commander. Don't worry, Commander. This time, I'll make sure to protect you. Come, Chris. I have a few tricks to teach you about radio operation. As the two of them head to the other room, I remember the reason I came here and stiffen my resolve once again. No, Centauresi. This time I will protect you. Oh hell yeah, we are going full Steins Gate / Assassin's Creed on it. Just 3 more stages. Okay, let's go. At the safe house on the outskirts of the city. Before heading out, we gave Chris some training on how to use the radio set and radar system. She is surprisingly hardworking despite her young age, and quickly commits all words to memory. Just before we go, I give her a reminder. Chris, if Centauresi and I fail to arrive at the designated point, it means the mission has failed. The enemy will be on alert, and that means you will need to tell the offenders, the defenders, and the reinforcement troops to change their plan. I need to drink some water. Excuse me? Nice tasting water. If we are not around you, if we are not around and you encounter danger, don't panic. Remember what I taught you. Use the optical camouflage module to find a place and slip away. Yeah, I remember it all. Commander, Big Sis and Tauresi. Make sure you come back safely too. Yes, we will. Stay safe, Chris. After bidding farewell to Chris, Santoresi and I make our way stealthily through the forest and arrive at the enemy camp once again. With our experience in infiltrating it from last time, we know the troops' deployment very well. We take advantage of the shift change and the consequent lessening of patrolling guards to cross the walls and sneak into the camp. Santoresi, let's split up. I will look for their camera control center and disable it, so the enemy won't discover the reinforcements as they move along the mountain trail. Once I disable the cameras and comms, I will turn the lights at their comm center on and off twice, which will be the signal for you to begin. Your target will be their armory. You must make a clean sweep of it. We will rendezvous at this location the next time the guards have a shift change. Commander, I'm concerned about us splitting up. Well, I should be able to hold out for a bit with this rifle. I show her the rifle I previously looted from a soldier. There isn't much ammo left, but it will be enough for me to exchange a few rounds of fire with them. Santoresi hesitates for a moment, then takes a knife from a whist shelf. I won't be able to reach you quickly without my communicator, so if all else fails, you can protect yourself with this. Is this your knife? Yes, I'll give it to you. Don't worry, I have others. It's quieter, and more suited for infiltration than a firearm. Santoresi bends down and clips the sheathed knife onto my waist. Think of it as a good luck charm. I will. Thank you, Santoresi. Please keep yourself safe, Commander. As long as you don't give up, I will have a reason to fight on. Well, how can I mess up now well, how have I messed up now that you have said that? Right. Time is running short. Let's go, Santoresi. Yes, Commander. After saluting me, Santoresi turns and runs towards the armory. I approach the enemy security and communication center. What shitty luck. I lost a bet with the duty sentry yesterday and had to buy him a beer. What did you bet on? I bet on when the new ammo would arrive, use up almost all our stock in the previous round of bombardment. If it doesn't arrive soon, we'll be screwed. The defenders have pretty much recovered during this time. At this rate, our supplies won't be able to keep up. Hey, do you smell something burning? Is there a problem with your nose? No, wait. I smell it too. Distraction. As the alarm screams through the air, the fire suppression system automatically activates. The room is immediately drenched in water, like a sudden storm. Ah, son of a... I'm all wet now. Turn the goddamn thing off right now. If the computers break, it's the firing squad for all of us. Okay. Sneaky little bastard. Just as the soldier steps outside the room, a sharp blade stabs into his carotid arteries, and the wailing of the alarms drowns out his gurgled pain. Damn it all, we have a situation here. The other trooper is clearly more experienced than his companion. The moment he sees his colleague go down in a puddle of blood, he flicks the safety on his gun off and prepares to spray the next person coming through the door with lead. However, he is ultimately a moment too slow, and my bullet takes him neatly through the heart first. Well, they failed their pen test check. The soldier falls stiffly to the ground with a dull thud. After ensuring there's nobody else in the comms center, I quickly move to disable all the security cameras and detectors, then jam all the intra-camp communications. The cameras are disabled and comms have been jammed. It's all up to Santoresi now. Near the enemy armory, a pair of blue eyes stares at a distant window. The lights within blink twice. Santoresi knows her time has come. Looks like everything went well on your ends, Commander. This is my turn now. The girl takes a breath, and when she exhales, an elegant femininity leaves her. All that remains is a calm veteran's demeanor. 1, 2. There are a total of 5 enemies. In that case, Jesus. Santoresi circles behind one of them, then she tenses lips and brings her knife down on him. In a series of lightning-quick movements, the sharp blade sinks deep into his neck, and the soldier's twitching body soon stops moving, even as his blood sprays like a fountain. Let's take one out first. The man's groan drowns the attention of a nearby sentry. Before he can raise his gun to shoot, however, Santoresi's knife accurately pierces him between the eyes. 2 down. As Santoresi's count goes up, she leaps forward, driving a knee heavy into the man's jaw, while using the impact to help free the knife stuck in his skull. Jesus fucking Christ, Santoresi. The sound of the soldier's body hitting the ground fills the air, and the other sentries quickly turn, sending a hail of bullets in her direction. Santoresi executes a quick combat roll behind cover, then picks up the case she placed there beforehand. She uses it to shield her vitals from harm and dashes into the gunfire. You guys, lay down, suppressive fire, I'll contact H. The thrown case hits him hard enough to break his nose and sends him toppling backward. The case's latch opens, revealing the inky black body of a G-36 assault rifle. As the blonde-haired girl evades the gunfire, she kicks it up in passing, where it lands in her firm grip. 3, 4, 5. 3 bullets hit the man, efficiently and elegantly, finishing them off. With her dance of death at an end, the girl picks up her case and stows her favorite weapon within it once again. After dispatching the patrolling guards, Santoresi smashes an air vent open in the armory and chucks grenades in through the opening. The grenades trigger a chain reaction with the other explosives inside the armory, and a string of explosions soon follow. The chain explosions knock down the walls of the armory and flames quickly spread. Someone blew up the armory. Several of our units got taken out. Enemy attack. We are under attack. Tell the brass now. Hurry. Alarm. Alarm. We have... The patrolist yells into his communicator for a long time before he realizes that nobody is replying. It's no good. I can't get through. Screw that. Put the damn fire out first. Start a bucket brigade. Amidst the confusion, the enemy soon realizes that comms have been cut and their armory has been blown up, and they quickly conclude that this is a sneak attack. The camp fills with the blaring of alarms and everyone is in panic. However, there is no way to mobilize the soldiers en masse due to communications being cut, and only a few squads manage to fight the fire. The massive explosion and the voracious fire soon consumes everything around it, and their scattered attempts at putting out the fire are a mere drop in the bucket. Santoresi hides behind a wall in the distance and calmly watches their confusion. Mission accomplished. It's time to go meet up with the commander. Bang bang bang, bang bang bang, bang bang bang, pew pew. Several bullets scrape my shoulder, ripping bloody trails in my flesh. Ugh. Before I can even grunt in pain, an even heavier hail of bullets rains down on me, completely shutting down any chance I might have of returning fire. Damn it! I didn't expect them to encircle me so soon. Still, wrecking their EMP weapons was worth it. Commander, I did a check. Santoresi was attacked by an EMP weapon in her dream. If I'm not wrong, that was one of the reasons why you were distinct from her memories. EMP, huh? I didn't expect them to be able to attack like that. Looks like I will have to stop that beforehand. Oh boy! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, alright. Although I managed to destroy them, I didn't think there would be so many soldiers hiding nearby. This is going to suck. Captain, we found them surrounding. Your orders, please. Alright, fall back, behind me and maintain a perimeter. I'm going to have a chat with this loathsome rat. Whose voice is that? I don't know this person, but its owner seems familiar, and it makes me shudder unconsciously. It's been a while, Commander. I didn't think you were still alive. I clearly remember putting a bullet in you and watching you die. Meh, it doesn't matter. I'll just kill you again then. The sound of a safety pin being pulled from a grenade comes from him. Damn it! I instinctively leaped from the cover behind me. Although my body armor stops the fragments, the shockwave sends me sprawling on the ground. The voice's owner appears before me. One hand steps heavily on my gun hand. And there's my gun hand. Okay, and there is a smug smile on his face. So, what other tricks do you have up your sleeve, Commander? Santoresi! Santoresi, please save me, please, Santoresi. I'm in trouble right now. I find myself in a bit of a pickle right now, Santoresi. If you could save me, please do so. After a dozen of patrolling troops surround me, their eyes filled with hostility as they point their guns at me. You sure cause us a lot of problems, let me guess. Your friends did the armory in too. Damn, you're good at this. He puts more weight into his foot with every word he says. When I saw someone on the camp's camera earlier, I thought it might be you. But I didn't think you would do something this ballsy as a second time. And yet, you came here to serve yourself up to me. Looks like it's curtain's call for you. The capture squad captain kicks my rifle away, and then his gaze falls on the knife at my waist, which makes him laugh. He takes it out and casually tosses to the ground beside me. What is this? Carrying a knife on you? Did you actually expect it to save your life? Yep. I promised its owner I would fight to the bitter end, so how can I just give it up like this? Santoresi, you're up. Oh boy. A bullet through the cuff wipes the cockiness off the captured squad captain's face. I take the opportunity to struggle free before grabbing my rifle and ducking behind cover. As I'm doing this, a blur of yellow descends from the wall and tosses the knives she's holding towards the soldiers surrounding me. Santoresi does not linger over their death cries, instead taking out the G-36 from her carrying case and laying down suppressive fire before rushing over to me. Commander, are you alright? I'm fine. The sentries in the distance sense something is off and immediately begin spraying us with bullets. Their barrage is so intense, neither Santoresi nor I can even stick our heads out to shoot back. Damn it, die all of you. Fire, open fire. The captured squad captain grabs his leg where he was shot and yells at his troops to attack. Perhaps they are worried about other facilities within the base, but the enemy soldiers do not use grenades. Instead, they try to overwhelm us with gunfire. The formerly sturdy wall we are hiding behind is shot to bits by the countless guns firing on it. It would seem it's about to stop serving as cover anytime soon. Santoresi seems to have made up her mind about something and presses her sole remaining grenade into my hand. Commander, I will draw the enemy's attention. Look for an opportunity to throw the grenade so you can run. You mean you want me to use you as bait? Yes, this appears to be the only option available to us. It was an honor to fight by your side, Commander. She delivers that pretty line in a calm tone. There is no sight of fear on her. I remember the days I spent with this girl and laugh. Commander? Relax. I didn't just destroy their communication center. What in the ever-living hell are you worthless shit-stains doing? Why are those two scampering rats not dead yet? Charge! Shoot! Shoot! Reinforcements, 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 reinforcements. Gunfire from a third party fills the night air and rips through the enemy soldiers' backline. Shit, this is bad. Looks like they made it. Yes, reinforcements, let's go. Could it be our reinforcements? Commander, what did you do to have them arrive so quickly? I had my doubts about what happened with Tony. I was wondering why they managed to pinpoint and attack the communicator so quickly. After I snuck into the comms center, I did some snooping around and managed to crack the encryption on their equipment, which allowed me to contact our little carrier pigeon. Just then, a youthful voice reaches us from afar. Commander, Big Sister Centauresi, I'm here to save you. Just hang in there a little longer. Just as our reinforcements arrive, the originally dire situation quickly turns around. Pinned down by mortar bombardments and gunfire, many enemy soldiers choose to lay down their arms and surrender. Gradually, the shooting stops, announcing our victory. Chris runs up to us and hug the two of us. Commander, Big Sister Centauresi, I'm so glad the two of you are okay. Sorry to make you worry. Looks like you carry out the mission I gave you. I am a reliable carrier pigeon now, Commander. Oh yeah, I picked this up just now. This should be yours, right, Big Sis Centauresi? Chris shows the knife she's holding. It would seem she picked it up on the way here. She is about to place it back on Centauresi's hand when she is interrupted by a shout. What the hell are you all playing at? Oh my god. Why is English like this? I instinctively, whatever. I'm just going to roll with it. Pull Chris behind me. It would seem there is still one last fish trying desperately to break the net. You worthless lots, you're all trash. I do not give you permission to surrender. Keep fighting, shoot! He is so deep in his demented rage that he does not notice his magazine is empty. Still yelling as he pulls the trigger on an empty chamber over and over again. Throw down your weapon and surrender. There is no need for any more casualties. No, this isn't over. Not by a long shot. Oh my god, he's going to explode himself. Yeah, he is. He feels at his belt for a grenade, but there is nothing there. In despair, the captured squad captain sees Chris, who's holding a knife. You brat, I remember you. You're that bastard Iska's kid. That's right. I gave the order to kill your dad. Upon hearing this, Chris' hands tremble. The captured squad captain seems to be enjoying this. He makes excessively provocative gestures, as though trying to aggravate Chris further. Now we got the chance to take revenge for your dad. Come on, do it. Don't fall for it, Chris. Don't fall for it. I'm not falling for it. That's right. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Let's fucking go. Chris shakes her head and hands the knife back to Centauresi. You were planning to take me hostage when I went after you, right? I do hate you, but I will never allow my emotions to get the better of me again. Dad once told me that hatred only begets more hatred, so I'm going to let that cycle end here and now. But you'll get what you deserve. My little pigeon flaps her wings and makes her choice. Chris. She's right, there's no point in fighting on like this. Surrender. Our reinforcements have you completely surrounded. Damn it. You're lame. The captured squad captain gets on his knees and raises his hand to us in surrender. Commander, thank you for taking the huge risk of infiltrating the enemy camp and destroying their armory. The reinforcement troops are helping the defenders clear out the enemy. The enemies still hiding inside the city. Your mission is complete. Is it now? That's good. The wounds and fatigue I have suffered finally catch up with me, and I stumble. The moment she sees me wobble, Santoresi is by my side and holding me up. Commander, are you alright? I'm fine. It's okay. I will take the commander back for treatment. You'll be leaving this place to you. Yes, ma'am. Understood. Take care. There's still heavy fighting inside the city, but according to reports from the field, the fighting's almost over. After speaking those words, the man crisply salutes and leaves. Santoresi helps me out of this hellhole, and we head for a nearby watchtower where we can look at the city in the distance. This is the last hardship the city will have to go through. Yeah, I'm sure its suffering will be over soon. After all, some things can't be destroyed by war. A distant clock tower strikes the time as the sunlight once again illuminates this war-torn land. Ah, my eyes. Fuck. Calm down, game. And in a corner where nobody can see, a little Daisy triumphs over the harsh cold and blossoms, awaiting the rebirth of all things. Let's go. We did it. We finished it. This just now. There it is. The final story stage. The bell tolls for a new day. After several days of intense fighting, the enemies within the city have finally surrendered. Victory broadcasts fill the streets, and a familiar folk song once again plays in the city square. When you left, the flowers withered. When you left, summer gave way to autumn. Those who ran to the battlefield, where do you rest now? Whether the world is lush and green, whether the world is a stark pale white, whether it is night or day, I will be waiting here for you to return. The fires of war have burned out. Lieutenant Iska's body receives a proper burial, and the soldiers form ranks in the cemetery to send off their fallen comrades and lower the curtains on this tragedy. The city has experienced much pain, but now it will recover amidst the stability and peace, and someday it will regain its past splendor. We have found 3 of the 12 missing dolls from the Special Intelligence team. They will rejoin the units after they are repaired, and you will receive 9 new recruits for your unit. This battle was really hard on our dolls. We are lucky that 3 survived. What about you, big sis Santoresi? You must have taken a lot of damage in the fighting too, right? When will you get repaired? Don't worry, Chris. I have already contacted UAS customer service. Now that the roads to the city have been reopened, the doll pickup vehicle will arrive today. So, you are leaving already? Big sis? Chris' eyes moisten with tears. Santoresi bends down and hugs her in consolation. Be strong, Chris. Good times aren't forever. Perhaps we'll meet again in some faraway place when you grow up. Meeting each other is a miracle. After all, It left us with this bond. No matter where you go, I will always be thinking of you. Yeah, I'll think of you too, big sis. I help wipe Chris' tears away and ruffle her hair affectionately. You're not a crybaby, right? I still remember how you came to rescue us with the reinforcement troops. You are our savior. Commander, were you happy with how I did? Of course. You did very well in this battle, and your father would have been proud. All birds must leave the nest someday. When their wings grow full and strong, may you soar in skies free of wars. Free of war. This is our last wish, as well as your father's. After bidding us farewell, Chris heads back to the city with Lieutenant Iska's comrades. There, she will go to a good school and live a safe and happy life, just as her father wanted. As I watch Chris leave, I suddenly remember something. Oh yes, there's one other thing. I dialed the Intel Center manager on my communicator. Greetings. How may I help you today? Greetings, miss. I am the commander of the Special Intelligence Team. I would like you to put me through to Messenger Pigeon 36 of the Intel branch. Now transferring you to Operative 36. Please hold. Commander, you... I take off my ear mic and hand it to Santoresi with a nod. War has broken us up. War has broken up too many families. It's hard to find one's kind in the gunsmoke it leaves behind. As a member of the Special Intelligence Team, I would like you to be reunited with your family. There was no need for that. Using your authority to contact an intelligence operative for the sake of my personal feelings is technically a violation of military regulations. Oh, don't worry, Centaurus, this is all a dream anyway. You've grown kinder after experiencing so much, but you're still as stern as ever. Well then, think of it as a thanks for saving me so many times. Santoresi bites her lips and takes the ear mic from me. A gentle female voice speaks to her over the radio waves. Greetings, Commander. It's me, Santoresi, the doll temporarily attached to the Special Intelligence Team. Greetings, Santoresi. Thank you for your help in the previous operation. You and the Commander executed a flawless infiltration to the enemy base and caused havoc there. Because of your efforts, the battle to eliminate the enemy from the city was a success. Her words do not seem to indicate any recognition of the name Santoresi, and a sheen of dejection falls over the doll's eyes. Thank you for your praise. In truth, your voice reminds me of my little sister, Vane. I mistook you for her. Does it? There are many people with similar voices in the world. I guess I must have been imagining things. You weren't imagining things. Many people have said my voice sounds like hers. Wait, you know Vane? Yes, I do. But I don't know if she's the person you're looking for. She was born in a military household and joined the army after graduating from a military academy. She was an intelligence operative like me, but unlike me, she was a strong, fiery lass. I, on the other hand, was weak and timid, and the loss of my parents only made it worse. to the point where I spent all day crying. Vane went out of her way to befriend me and pass down a lot of military knowledge and operational experience to me. I was tormented by nightmares after watching my parents being killed by the enemy, and Vane would sing me to sleep. Do you know where Vane is now? After the fighting reached its end, I stayed behind to serve as an intelligence operator for the garrison troops, while she was transferred to another city to serve on the front lines. Oh fuck. So she's no longer here. That form, which seemed almost within reach, fades away like an evanescent dream, scattered by a warm spring breeze. The disappointment within her takes the form of a quiet sigh. However, she mentioned you to me before. She said, while she did not want you to go to the battlefield, she wanted to meet you again, just like in the song. May the gun smoke fade away when we meet again. May the fires have burned out when we meet again. The song in the ear mic strums the strings of the blonde girl's heart. She has a similar position, a similar voice, and even a heart that longs for peace. Just like her, Santauresi knows that the person on the other side of the line is not Vane. But there are countless others out there trying to protect peace on the battlefield. Who's to say they are not all Vane? Their hearts are loyal, just like her. They long for peace, just like her. They are willing to spread their wings and protect the innocent from harm, just like her. The country is still embroiled in war, and Vane's mission is not over yet. How could I fail to understand her feelings? How many times? Okay, never mind. I thought it was that line again about her enlisting. I'll be enlisting tomorrow. Long hair is going to get in the way, so I want to trim it to look cool and efficient. You're enlisting? But you live in a peaceful place, you can eat your fill here, and you can enjoy a comfortable life. The situation on the front line is urgent. There are countless people out there looking for our help who have suffered the ravages of war with no homes and nothing to eat. I was born in a military household and I have a military bloodline. It only makes sense that I offer up my strength to help protect them. I'm not a kid anymore, Santauresi. My wings are strong now, so I want to use them to protect everyone. Yes, she was Vane, so gentle, yet so strong from a young age. The Vane who felt for the people around her. I never understood why Vane would abandon her comfortable life for the fires of the battlefield. Oh, look at her face, she's so happy. Can't wait for her to come to the GFL2. Santauresi mutters to herself. Then she suddenly jerks her head up with a smile, as though she's made up her mind. But I understand now. However weak or insignificant or flimsy her wings might be, she wanted to use them to shelter the people caught up in war. Vane never changed, not for a moment. Thank you, Messenger Pigeon 36. You're welcome. I have help. Oh my god. I think I'm starting to get really tired from all the reading. Let me just drink a little bit of water. let's finish this. You're welcome. I'm happy to have helped you and the commander. The girl hangs up as the gentle wind caresses her long hair and she sweeps several strands behind her ear. She looks just like how she first appeared when I came to this worm-torn city. Gentle, strong, immaculate. And now that her wings have been tempered and unbound by a baptism of fire, she can hold up the sky for more people now. The doll recovery vehicle drives up from the distance, coming to a halt in front of us. An efficient-looking service doll dismounts and approaches us. Greetings, I am a doll recovery operator from Universal Anything Services. Your butler 36 named Santoresi has requested recovery repair services from us. We have come to take her back. Please, verify the information on this recovery form. I quickly go over the information there and sign my name on the bottom. The worker takes her tablet from me, a somewhat puzzled look on her face. Are you the commander? Are you the commander of the Special Intelligence Team? Indeed. An ownerless doll we took in earlier requested to be transferred to you. His owner perished during the fighting and his body has been severely damaged to the point where repairing him will cost more than replacement. Please consider this request carefully. Of course, you can see him first before giving me an answer. Him? Do I know him? Yes, I hope you are prepared for this. The door to the vehicle bed opens. The window blows a scorched smell towards me and awakens the sleeping doll within. The severely damaged doll leans in a corner of the compartment. His short pink hair covered in ash and dust. His body's synthetic skin has been torn, ripped to shreds, but he forces his usual smile to his face. Tony? He's not doing good at all. Greetings. The UCHS is ready to serve, Commander. He is the perfect hairstylist, always ready with a creative idea or a gentle smile, no matter the time or place. Tony. The long days of worry disperse like the clouds, and the warm summer's sun illuminates the smile on my face. Hello, Tony. I am very happy to meet you again. Once you are repaired, could I trouble you to give me a makeover? Greetings. The UCHS is always ready to serve, Commander. The damage to his vocalizer module only allows him to repeat that one line, but his brown eyes are filled with joy at our reunion. Who knows? I might even get a VIP card and end up becoming an old customer at the hands of Venus. In this war, you were a valiant warrior. In a world of peace, your hands will not need to hold a gun. They will merely have to serve those who love beauty. After noting Tony's unstable neurocloud, the recovery doll suggests that he undergo repairs. She closes the door after we finish the paperwork. The thick metal plates block out the warm scenery outside. This time, he won't need to face the terror of the enemy by himself. He knows that when he returns to this city, it will be a glorious sunlit scene. Are you the Butler 36 known as Santoresi? Your paperwork is in order. You can come aboard at any time. Centaurus nods to the doll, indicating she still needs to say her goodbyes to me. And now I must bid you farewell. Yeah, frankly speaking, I've got a ton of stuff on my plate too. I'm having a headache when I think about rebuilding my team. I wonder what kind of sprouts HQ sent me. No matter what kind of sprouts they are, you will treat them with gentle kindness. I wait for them to grow. After all, you are different from the commander. Oh my gosh, she knows. She knows. Did she always knew, or did she just realize now? That's the question. I am stunned for a moment. Unease spreads through my heart. You're not the commander I was looking for in the beginning. I knew that from the moment I met you. You protected Chris with no regard for your life in that alley firefight. You prioritized our safety during the operation, and you used your authority to contact Messenger Pigeon in order to make my dream of reuniting with Aim come true. Your sincerity, kindness, and gentleness are nothing like that of the CV of that commander. Of what the CV of that commander says. While I don't know why you have come to end up in the commander's place, I am certain that you are not that commander. I chose to trust you and follow you because your words and actions made me believe that your hands held the key to peace. That you could personally put an end to the fighting. I am deeply honored to have been able to fight by your side. The girl gives me a salute with a stern look on her face. Will we meet again in the future? Oh, we will, for sure. 3 times, by the way. GFL 1, NeuroClown, and GFL 2, so you can rest assured, Centaurus. If you choose to go to the battlefield, then yes, I'm sure we will. Then, when we do, I hope I can serve under you once again. It would be an honor. Centaurus smiles at me, and then a look of dejection crosses her face. Goodbye, Commander. The girl reluctantly picks up her luggage and waves farewell to me again. We meet amidst the flames of war and parted ways amidst the blossoming flowers. I was fortunate to have had your support in battle, and I watch your grow amidst its cruelty. Goodbye, Centaurus. The door closes, the engine slowly spins up. She will soon leave the city for another destination. I was thinking about it now. I think all these events of this memory probably happened before she met Cloto and Hell. That's good. We are getting all the timeline of Centaurus' story. A flash of white light fills my eyes as the memory domain terminates and the connection breaks. The hatch to the capsule opens once again and I take a deep breath before sitting up in the capsule. Welcome back, Professor. I can still hear a ringing in my ears. Have I any hope to be cured, Dr. Antonina? Professor, that's an hallucination from the long time we've spent on the front lines. Please don't bring the problems from your dreams to the Oasis. I see. How Centaurus. Her neural cloud's been successfully repaired. There shouldn't be any more problems in the future. Miracles are born from life, and her soul was spared the fate of desolation. Thank you for your hard work, Professor. Aww. And I even tweaked my internal temperature for you too. Thanks, Al. Very comforting. The recovery capsule suddenly opens and a golden-haired girl slowly emerges. Her eyes are dazed and she doesn't seem to be seeing the world around her. The ruined town from her dreamscape, the thick layer of ash, the hails of bullets and bombs, and that familiar feeling girl. Commander? Good morning, Santoresi. Was I lying the repair capsule? Did something happen? No. You've just been overworked recently. That and the hot weather caused you to pass out. The weather was too hot? Does the Oasis actually have such extreme weather? Oh, yes, I ought to buy some ingredients from the market. It's time to make lunch for you. I didn't think a dream could last this long. Was it a good dream? Santoresi turns to look out the window. A patch of daisies blooms there, and the sides of the densely packed flowers overlaps with the image of the child's drawing from her dream. Yes, it was a lovely dream. I was sent by HQ to support you, but this is a temporary arrangement, and thus all I know about you is limited to rumors. What I heard about the SIT commander was that they were a stern, impartial, and unfeeling man who prioritized the mission above all else. But ever since I met you, nothing you have done seems to correspond to the cold person mentioned on those rumors. You risked yourself to rescue this boy, and then went on to prioritize his continued safety after disengaging from battle. I don't want to disappoint Lieutenant Iska either, so I'll go with you, even though I can't really do anything to help. Indeed, you cannot fight as you have no combat modules, thus I shall entrust the task of taking care of Chris to you. While it may be true, hearing that straight up kind of hurts my feelings. You are as kind as I remember, Tony. Did you say something, Commander? No, it's nothing. Welcome aboard, Tony. You're not the commander I was looking for in the beginning. I knew that from the moment I met you. You protected Chris with no regard of your life in that alley firefight. You prioritized our safety during the operation, and you used your authority to contact Messenger Pigeon in order to make my dream of reuniting with Anne come true. Your sincerity, kindness, and gentleness are nothing like what the CV of that commander says. While I don't know why you have come to end up in the commander's place, I am certain that you are not that commander. I chose to trust you and follow you because your words and actions made me believe that your hands held the key to peace, that you could personally put an end to the fighting. I am deeply honored to have been able to fight by your side. Was it really all just a dream, or... It's been a while since the Oasis branch of the Hand of Venus opened its doors to the countless beauty-looking agents who flocked to it. Even though its customer volume has returned to normal, the saloon still needs to operate well into the night to handle all its customers. Tony, the hairstylist, is enjoying a rare break by sipping a cup of tea on a bench on the store while reading a war-themed light novel. However, this piece is soon shattered. I can't say English, sorry. Whatever. Welcome. Professor. Now here's a rare customer. Hello, Maestro Tony. I decided to take him up on his offer in the dream and visit the hands of Venus as an ordinary customer. Customer, not customer, customer. The people in the oasis all say my hair has grown out. Would you mind giving me a trim? Just a trim? Tony touches my hair and briefly assesses its condition. They say people with a stiff hair are decisive and unyielding. Yet you are a kind and approachable person, Professor. If it's you, I wouldn't mind styling your hair for free. I'll be troubling you then. As the door chime rings, another new customer enters. Welcome. I am tending to a customer at the moment, so please give me a moment. The person who enters is formally dressed. She is missing some of the austerity from the battlefield, and brimming with the subdued gentleness that comes from having dealt with her issues. However, her gaze is sharp, her movements are precise, and she's every bit the dashing warrior from my memories. Santoresi? I am mildly surprised by her new outfit, but I soon realize why she is here. Well, this is a coincidence. Are you here for a haircut too? No. I came to see you, Commander. I have many questions which I would like you to help me answer. That's alright, go ahead and ask. When I fainted that day, was it really due to overwork? Was everything that happened on the battlefield just a dream? What do you think? This battle is deeply rooted in my memories, and I know in reality war is far more cruel than that. In my dreams, we experienced many crises, but my commander always helped turn things around and guided things into a satisfactory conclusion. I tried to learn who they were many times, but it was only until I saw you in the oasis that I realized where the sense of security in my dream came from. You were that commander, weren't you, Master? Her direct statement pierces my disguise and I caught off guard for a moment. After I come to my senses, I realize she's talking about my persona within the memory domain, and thus I proudly admit it. Phew. No one knows I'm not really the professor yet. Well, no one besides Antonina yet. Yup, that's exactly as you suspected. The girl's expression shifts and her keen gaze gradually softens. Because of your existence, the course of the dream was changed. All the ominous feelings and unknowns were proof that you saved me over and over again. Thank you, Commander. Thank you for completing my memories. And thank you for pulling me back from the brink of a neural cloud collapse. Oh, it's nothing. I told you before, right? If it's within my power, I won't abandon any of you. This is what the Oasis and I are meant to do. As you said, I had a lovely dream. Santoresi stands at attention and delivers a crisp salute. And now that the flames of war have died down, I shall continue serving under you in the Oasis. It is an honor for me. From today forth, I shall offer you my loyalty, Master. The scene before my eyes is like a dream. The place is similar. Its decor is similar, and the girl is dressed in a similar way. The sole difference is that our re-encounter is not marked by fighting or bloodshed, and there is no sorrow or doubt here. It is like the daisy blooming in spring after weathering the winter chill, blossoming like it was the most natural thing in the world. I too am honored to be working alongside you once again. Scars, wings, daisies. And let's go! I finished just before the story just before the event finished. 8 hours remaining. Okay, for this event I have collected pretty much everything. Like, okay, obviously I didn't finish all the missions, but I would say I pretty much already cleaned everything else. And even in the mission rewards of these events, there's not many things worth collecting there. Let me just pick this one up. Alright, okay. But this event on the other side, I have my own doubts if I will really be able to finish it today. Of course, I'm not going to stream it, I'm gonna do it on my off time. But I do hope I can finish it. Well, that's it. Oh. Maybe not the main screen, because Persicaria talks a bit too much, and the voice, in the audio, the volume for the voices in this game is a bit too loud. Okay. Alright, enough stalling. This is it. This is the game. I finish it for today. Tomorrow I will go back to GFL 2 and finish the second part of the 50th chapter of chapter 5. With that said, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.